would catch.
Here we go! It's time to do this once again! It's time to dim the lights and let the feedback build! 3 clicks and sticks! And we're ready to explode! We sing along!
This content is for informational and educational purposes only. You should not construe any such information or other material as legal, tax, investment, financial, or other advice. Nothing contained here constitutes a solicitation, recommendation, endorsement, or offer to buy or sell any securities or other financial instruments whatsoever by Draper Gorin Blockchain, aka DGB, the presenter, or other associated parties for the content being provided. Please do your own due diligence and seek proper counsel.
Boom! Oh, Kevin's here too. Haha. This is going to be the most unplanned, awesome, unplanned episode we've got. I decided a few minutes ago that I'm going to give away some NFTs, and I'm trying to get a screenshot of them to share on. What are you pointing at, Kevin?
The Tezos Manchester United. Is that a Tezos Manchester United jersey?
Of course
Yes.
it is. Is there any other Manchester United jersey that would be on this show? than a Tezos one?
Except for instead of buying XTZ, everybody's buying XRP right now for some reason. Doesn't make sense.
I've been so hard on XRP over the years, but the only, and I still say what I said before, which is it's the most successful meme coin ever. But I mean, the thing is, to stay in the top 3 for all these years, it's a really hard thing to do, no matter what. You can't keep paying institutional market makers forever. You'll go bankrupt doing that. I mean, so I mean, they've been able to well, the coin is pointless, but it's making people money, and okay.
All right. Hey, before we jump in, I'm going to do the thing I always forget to do, which is go to dgb.vc if you see this somewhere and sign up to the newsletter. I'm getting texts. I don't think I can do that. John Paukalis is texting me. I'm going to tell him to come on the stream right now. Let's see. If he's
seriously?
The John Paukalis? I don't know who it is.
John always says, "Oh yeah, I'll call you," or "Yeah, I'll do that," and he never does.
We should confront him right now. Join this live stream now.
You know it's bad though when you get people texting you on Facebook. Do you know much about XRP? My sister-in-law keeps hounding us to buy stock.
To buy stock.
Take off like Bitcoin. Would love another opinion. Thanks.
So I had to talk a guy out of selling his 3 homes and all his worldly assets and moving into a van to buy Bitcoin.
Well, that wasn't probably a bad idea, but
I mean,
like that.
I mean,
I mean, he still's got his van. Is it a nice van?
I mean, it would need to be because he has his family. So.
Oh, well, then he's crazy. Okay. Yeah. I thought if he's a single young dude, I don't know.
How do I say? If I didn't have a family, I'd be so much richer right now.
Hey, there are many definitions of the word rich. Hey, you like to tell me about you're very good about I'm trying to think of the right word for Bible stories. No, like what's the Bible stories? I want to use a different word, like allegories, but not parables. So you'd like to talk about in the Bible, they use the same word for wealth, oshel, in Hebrew, but it means like wealth in other ways too. It doesn't mostly other ways. So I'm gonna push back on you. You'd be wealthy, you'd be rich, but you wouldn't be wealthy.
True.
2 different things.
Two different things. That's right. Yeah, something. But you know what I'm saying.
You know,
how dare you? I'm just, it's my way of saying how dare you on behalf of
I have
your
teenagers now. I have teenagers now, right? And so now you have kids that realize that your kids are there just to mock you, make fun of you, disagree with you. And,
my kids learned that early, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, look who's
Isn't
raising
that the
them.
best part of kids? They make fun of you.
Oh yeah,
I think so. So hey, I sort of threatened on Twitter to make this whole episode about dogs. And the reason for that is, one, I was on a call earlier with the Dogami team, and they got some killer updates. And I actually got some alerts that I've got some crates to open, on the app. So I got to do that. But also,
here's some
good friend of the show, really quickly, Reaper, who you guys know from making killer art. He made the body for Punk Ape Strong, and he's an OG. First battle pass this year, season 1. I'm excited for that on Dogami. So I gotta stop distracting myself. Reaper has a dog that is missing a leg, and the dog, there's a whole story behind it. His name's Leo, legless Leo. And Reaper decided to raise money for a charity that gives prosthetics to dogs and animals that have problems, and do a fun drop on Ape Chain called Legless Leo. So I bought way too many. Here's mine, because I wanted to support Reaper, and they're pretty awesome. And what I did is, some people, I don't know if it was by accident or Reaper was doing something that I didn't understand, but I saw Magic Eden, a bunch were being sold for less than the mint price. So last night I swept all the ones that were below mint price just to create a little controversy and have a little fun. I tweeted about it, and I told everyone they were dumb for putting them for sale below mint price. And then Reaper said that there's some kind of giveaway, something happening with the ones that were on Magic Eden. I don't know exactly, but he might pop on to tell us about it. But if you are watching live, if you want to put a comment on any of the platforms, somebody put a comment, one of us comment somewhere, so then I can put it on the screen. Comment for legless Leo. I know we have a bunch of people who watch live that just lurk and don't comment, but I'll put your comment on the screen, and at the end of the show I'll send some people, I'll DM you for your address, and I'll send some people a legless Leo, and I will do something, like, I don't know how you do it, like those random number generators, something, so that I'll give mine away at random. So I'm not going to cherry pick, like, keep the rare gold ones to myself. Or there was one cool one, this trippy one right there with the laser eyes, or the trippy one at the top with the robot leg.
So I was fancy ones on home on the because they recently, like, the DAO kicked off, but like they have like DAO voting. I didn't investigate, but closely, I guess I should have before I start asking about it. I mean, it's on Polygon and Tezos. Yeah. So I mean, I get how you can do, I get like the bridged and wrapping and all that kind of stuff, but when it comes to like voting and governance, because it's all, I'm not sure how that works.
I tried to bridge an interesting. I tried to bridge ApeCoin from Polygon over to the Ape chain. I couldn't do it. I ended up having to go buy Ape over on Arbitrum and then bridging it over, because obviously nobody wants to bridge anything over from Ethereum right now with how expensive everything is.
Oh God, it's ridiculous.
I don't know. I'm just distracted right now by the app, because my dogs Woody and Cisco are really strong now, and I got to do some stuff. Yeah. Any of you nerdy enough to know who I named Woody and Cisco after?
So Woody after Toy Story and Cisco after Deep.
Almost. Woody Guthrie and Cisco Houston. Duh. Come on, guys. You gotta get some folk. Get some folk music. Hey, yeah, Michaela, you're in the running to get a legless Leo. Make sure DMs are open. So after the show, Coop is in the running. I want one of those legless Leos. I looked them up. Yeah, see. Coop, if you want to join, if you have the same link from last time, you can hop on screen too. We're just doing Family Hang part 2 apparently today. I love it. By the way, so here's what happened today. We didn't have a schedule. I was going to come on with Rankin and talk about a bunch of things. And I was talking to Dogami earlier, and I said, hey guys, we should talk about you guys on the stream. So if you can join, I'll send you the link. And they might, Chris might join a little late. And Reaper might be joining too, because I posted on Twitter. And then Zuda was in here waiting for me going, if you'd have me, I'm down to be on the show again. And we're like, come on board. And then Kevin texted me something about his phone is auto-correcting Tezos to Tesla now. It used to autocorrect to tacos. And he just texted
the whole joke
me.
Comes in Tezos.
Yeah, Tezos tacos. You know, this whole thing came together in like and I just texted Kevin the StreamYard link. And we're all on last minute. We're gonna give away some legless Leos, but we're just gonna talk, you know, random stuff. Zuda, before we go into Tezos tacos, you're working on a new intro song, because remember last time we played that banger of a song, When Lunch. If you missed it, you guys are really missing out. He's making here is Chris. But give us an update. I think by this time next week we might have a new intro song for
I have
the DGB
4
show.
verses. It's cheesy as heck.
That's the point.
It has so the chorus goes boom, 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 dynamite words, explosive ideas, and more boom, boom, boom. DGB, changing society. I don't know. Seems decent.
We'll get it. We're gonna get it there. I'll do a pass with you, and then we're gonna be live. Chris, I'm literally playing Dogami right now. We were just talking about it. I quizzed everyone on if they knew. Let's see if you probably weren't watching. You were getting the kids together so you could hop on.
Yeah.
My dogs, my 2 main dogs are named Woody and Cisco. Any idea what they're named after?
Cisco, is that like the early 2000s R&B singer, or
maybe
the telecoms?
The telecoms company.
The key phrasing is things are named after, so maybe it's 2 things together.
Yeah, I'm incredibly distracted by the Dogami app, to be honest. But I named them after a couple of my favorite folk singers, Woody Guthrie and Cisco Houston. You got to be a super nerd for old folk music to even know. Oh, the Legless Leo story. So the reason why I told you guys it's going to be about dogs today was, one, I was talking to Dogami earlier today, and I told Chris, come on the show. So we'll talk about that. But also, just for fun thing, my buddy Reaper has a dog that's missing a leg, and he tells the whole story about it if you go check out Legless Leo. But he decided to do an ape chain generative drop because Reaper is the guy who drew the body for my ape, drew Punk Ape Strong with his guitar and all of that. And he is like an OG ape and NFT community person. And he decided to do a generative drop on Ape Chain to raise a few bucks for the charity. And it's cheap. It's like $10 to mint a Legless Leo. And I minted a ton of them, and I swept the floor, and I said I'd give some away. So these are the ones that I have. But, you know, it's like a one-off fun charity thing that Reaper is doing. You should support it. As you can see, the 3.33 ape to buy it. So it's like even at ape cost right now.
Did he mint out?
It's a few bucks. I think the mint is still going. I think that there's still a few left, so you can go check it out. But I figured if we're gonna talk dogs, we're talking dogs today, and so, yeah, that's the story behind Legless Leo. So anybody who comments today will be in the running. Oh, New Jersey Hardcore in the house. Emilio, NGHC, NJHC, sorry. So I'm starting a race right now. Oh, wait, I forgot to set my passive powers. Uh-oh. All right. The race is starting. I should bring it on screen, actually.
No,
autoplay. I could have autoplayed it. Does that
drop
work?
Is ended.
Okay, I got a question. Oh, the drop is ended.
It minted it. Yeah, 100%. 1,333.
Oh, nice. Okay, so the mint is over. Good for Reaper. That's awesome. I'm finishing. I'm gonna get first in this race. I need to unblur my background. Yeah, but oh no, is that guy gonna catch up? Finish.
Nice.
Number 1. Boom. Boom. Set my passive powers too. Plus 240 XP. Plus 220 stars. Minor forest core. Battle points 10. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, there's battle passes now and stuff. The update is so awesome. Yep, Woody kicking butt right there. Check out Woody.
Nice.
Watching from Ireland. I'm waiting on my pot of gold. I like it. Heck yeah. Thanks. Chris, you're sharing their screen. Oh hell yeah. Oh, Chris has a screen. Play around for us. Wait, so for anybody who is watching, you know what? I can like reset this thing now. You can, I just made it full screen instead of, you can change the way like the screen looks, the layout now, and you could do some cool stuff. Like I'll make that smaller. I can make us now like wider here, and you can have a combo of all of us. Actually, how do I change that? Let's save.
Okay, I love this layout.
Check out. Wait, how did I change the layout? Where did it go?
I'm talking about the game. I love the layout of the game.
Cheers. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot. We just did a few new updates to the game, which is cool. It brings a little bit more, let's say, free to play or common content in terms of features to our players. So we've got this battle pass that's ongoing at the moment, which I absolutely killed already. So I've unlocked everything.
Oh, you've gone through the whole thing. I just started mine. I'm on stage 1.
So yeah, no, it's pretty cool. It opens up to being able to customize your Dogami a bit and make it a little bit more personal. You guys added the
missions too. I haven't played since you added the missions here. So like cover a certain number of meters, finish 20 races in 4th position or better, and then you get battle points and things like that.
Exactly. This is how you get your battle points. You get them through the daily and weekly missions. So in the weekly missions, it's do your certain trainings, use certain powers in certain races and things like that. So it's quite a lot of fun. I think anybody that plays mobile games is kind of used to the daily quests and weekly quests, and that's what we wanted to bring in. Plus bring in some more seasonal or event-based things like the battle pass, which allows you to unlock different kind of cosmetics based on the Egyptian theme, which is really linked to the lore itself. And we have also our.
I got a question for you, because I just did that battle and I thought I'd be able to get my first battle pass thing. Do I have to hit some kind of hurdle to get past the first pass? It says 10 out of 200. So where it says 10 out of 200 at the top, I got to get to 200 and then I bit phase 1.
Yeah. And you have some kind of low hanging fruits. Like here, we can see upgrade a passive power of 1 Dogami item. So if I can go and upgrade in the passive powers. I'll go upgrade this one if I have enough currency. Yeah. And that will automatically tell me that I've completed that one, and I can go claim my battle points that will add to the existing points. So that's pretty fun. And then you have obviously your PvE, which is your kind of your farming, is you playing against the computer. So you can select your powers here and you can autoplay it. So at the bottom of the screen here, we can see autoplay or not. I'm going to leave it on, and basically it's going to play for me against the computer.
And it's gonna click on your powers like at the right time and stuff.
Exactly. So it's gonna activate the powers when I need them to be activated. So it's a great way to learn how to play.
But how smart is it? Is it gonna pick it at the right time? Because sometimes you like strategize as you're looking at the race, or is it gonna do it in order? Like I need to know this.
That's the thing. Like if I play for myself, I think I hit the powers better than the autoplay would do it. And also when you select here in autofill, it's gonna select without actually thinking it through 100%. So the best is actually to go through yourself and figure out which powers are the best ones for this course. But the events themselves, whenever you play the events, I'm gonna take a good Dogami here. Whenever you play the events, you're going to be playing them yourself because you're playing against the competition. You can earn some Doga through it. You're going to have to do that yourself to make sure you really hit the the right powers. I'm going to go a little Christmassy here.
What's the difference between Dogami and Dogami Gamma?
Yeah. Those are the different drops. So you have the Alpha Dogami were the first drop of breeds, and they were unique, and those were 10 breeds that we initially dropped. I think it was in 2022. And the Gamma were the latest drop. So very different breeds from the Alpha. We had the Great Dane, we had the Boxer and things like that. So those came in second.
Okay. I'm sorry that I'm not showing I'm editing the screen right now to make our faces extra big, and but it won't let me put this. Oh wait, I think I go yeah, okay, here we go. I'm editing this in a needed way. Let's see if I get this. Oh, this is gonna be red. Save this one. I'm gonna call this Dogami layout. Save new layout. Now check this out. Now we see us big, and we see the Dogami screen. All right. What up, Coop? I added you, and then I just kept playing and not talking. How you doing? I think I just saw what you did. There we go. Good timing. So Diamond Trial 2. We're doing a demo of Dogami. So for those who don't know, obviously now you know Dogami is a rad game. But also you can get NFT versions of dog. You can play for free without having any NFTs, but there's also NFT dogs you could get, and you could be upgrading them and keep growing and getting them better and better over time. And there's also the Doga token, which allows you to buy these diamonds and the different things in the game to upgrade your players and things like that. And now, you're in a time trial. Wait, what is this? Explain it, Chris.
Yeah, so I'm playing time trial. So here I'm playing against other community members. So I'm going to pace this out a bit to make sure I get my powers to cover the maximum area that I need as possible.
Yeah.
And these guys are doing quite well. And so I have my passive powers that we see at the very bottom. Those basically, I don't activate those. Those happen automatically. And I just activate the top powers. So the passive powers will happen either during a portion of the race or the entirety of the race. It depends what kind of passive power you have. And your active powers will have an effect on the obstacles as you go through.
The active ones are the ones you have to like click, because they are only useful for a limited time. So like right before you jump in the water, you click on the blue one so that you swim a little faster and stuff like that.
Exactly. And those can be upgradable. So you can purchase your different loot boxes here, and you can upgrade your powers, and you're going to use these consumables during the race to kind of boost your powers. So if I take, for example, Zenvine, that's going to give me plus 20% on all balance obstacles, for example. And the point is, with every level you increase, what you want to do is you want to do like an AFK training. So it's away from keyboard. So if I want to give a little bit more of a velocity boost, I can go here. I can equip some training treats that Purina has kindly created the first virtual pet food for our dog. So we can go and equip one here, and we can launch the training. And now he's going to be training in the background, and I can go play with my other Dogami, or I can continue playing with him while he's in training.
I used so much Doga. I bought so much Doga and so many of the diamonds and stuff to speed up my AFK training one day. Like when you guys first launched it, I probably spent, I don't know, like $50 on I just kept going and kept buying more
I went crazy as well. On a few of the Dogamis, I was like, go, so I can earn those first races before anybody else. So that's pretty fun.
What were you gonna say? I think you might be muted.
Are those FBX 3D models or are those GIFs?
They're GLBs.
Okay.
Kind of the same. Yeah.
And very nice, because they look so good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Remember I made something with my ape that one time, and I somehow on the website figured out how to hack downloading one of the 3D files, and I made my dog running around the campfire. Remember that? Years ago? Maybe last holidays, or maybe even 2 holidays ago. Oh, I got to find those files.
For sure.
I've never had success with GLB 3D files, but you guys did a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's been quite a mission. We started off by selling the NFTs as GLB files themselves. So we didn't
maybe
have
that's how I got it. Yeah, maybe that's how I downloaded it or something.
So we didn't have a PFP collection. We went straight with game assets that were rigged and skinned that you could plug into different types of experiences, so that we could offer multiple experiences to the different owners. And we have these cosmetics that we can have fun as well with. So here we've got like the snowman skin, and we've got the little aura behind with the snowflakes kind of falling down. The idea is that the more you progress through the game, the more you're able to unlock different types of cosmetics, some more mystical than others. So you can really shine quite differently compared to your competition in race.
It's really funny. So I remember I started playing Brawl Stars with my son a while ago. And I remember him being really excited when we first started playing about getting like a skin. And I was like, does the skin make you faster? Does the skin do this? And he's like, no, it's just a skin. And I was like, then why do you care? Like, I want my guy to go, like, I want my guy to be faster, to be stronger, to be whatever. And he was like, totally like, I just didn't get it. And then cut to like a few weeks later of me playing with him a little bit more regularly and getting into the game. And I literally was like, oh, I need this many more points. I need the glitch skin for the guy. And I'm like, I literally started doing the same thing. Once you start playing a game and getting into it, like having your character be like, the bragging rights of adding the collars or adding the thing. But I'm saying that, because of liking playing Brawl Stars and stuff. Do the skins or any of the collars or anything make them faster yet, or do anything? No, is it just the skin?
They have zero impact. It depends. There's a very big difference in gaming, I think, between cosmetics or let's say personalization and equipment. Equipment is not always visible. It can be sometimes, and that will have an impact on game. But what happens is, if you go on a certain race, for example, and you know that there are some equipment that will give you a big advantage on that race, then everybody's going to equip the same thing. So you end up all looking the same. And what we were going for was more of self-expression, is being able to differentiate yourselves from others and be recognizable on the track when you're playing a specific race. Like, I'm going to do a grand trial here. I'm going to do a quick equip. And we're going to see if we can see people that have different types of cosmetics than we do. And at the end, I have no stars. Are you serious? Okay. I got to play one event real quick. So
you want me to send
more
you some
currency.
Stars?
Yes, please.
I'm earning some right now on autoplay.
I'll times 5 this race so that it goes through very quickly, so I can farm my resources and jump back in.
Hey, is that an admin thing, ×5?
No, you can do that. You get a certain allocation based on what you're holding of multipliers to accelerate your farming. So if you hold, for example, the Doga bones that we did as a free airdrop, those will give you some ×10 multipliers, for example. So that initiated a bit of trade on those assets. So I'm going to go and we're going to see at the beginning of the race. Here we're going to be able to see who's got different types of cosmetics than I do. So we see a few ones with colors, none with skins. So if I win this race, everybody's going to see me winning this race. And they're going to say, hey, this guy's got like a sand skin on. Where did he get that? That's pretty cool. And that's going to be a differentiator for me, because I know everybody's going to see me once I've done Inscribe this time, because they're going to do this time trial against my ghost until the event ends tomorrow at noon. But for that, I would need to come first. And right now I forgot to press the buttons because I was talking. So I'm going to come in the middle of the leaderboard. 47th. So yeah, not doing too good on this track. But a lot of people are competing here. So yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's it. That's our little Dogami universe, and we're having a lot of fun with it. So we've got the battle pass that lasts 30 days. Right now we're on Egypt. Every season lasts 3 battle passes. So we're gonna have Egypt for another 2 battle passes, and then we're gonna go somewhere else in the world that's tied to the lore. And we've got also our advent calendar at the moment. So basically every day you open a door on our website and you get either some cosmetics or some special items, some quality of life in the game. So that's a lot of fun. We're able to celebrate this festive season with something a little bit different, while still giving utility to our token by making it an exclusive on our marketplace. So that's a lot of fun for us.
That's so cool. It's super
Am
fun.
I the only one who plays the DApp Genopets?
Genopet? No, I've never played that.
Genopet. I've heard of Genopet.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The more you walk, the more you can feed your pets, and the more you can power them up and augment them and make them look cool. So it's how many steps you take. It's a step tracker, but with pets.
So it's like a virtual pet where you're actually walking.
That's funny, yeah. And Michaela was. I was about to say it's like Neopets, but now that's what Michaela was just talking about.
You know, and, I have like 5 dogs, and I'll be jealous that I'm taking
real dogs. Yeah. David has 5 dogs. He's ignoring right now in the other room to play with. To play with.
Well, 4. We'll say 3 or 4. 3 or 4. No. But we have dogs that you go walk.
Are they just so small you consider 2 of them one?
I have 5 kids too. 5 kids too. But you know, we walk virtual pets, and then real pets become jealous, right?
We did a whole episode.
My dog will literally come put his paw on my hand and push my hand down if I'm holding my phone, and he wants my attention.
That's awesome. That's so cute. That's wild. Coop, you got any pets?
I don't have any pets, but this is my second time seeing this, Chris. This is a really cool project you built out, man. I was gonna say you should have some of the people using your app send pictures and videos of them walking their dogs, so like, you know, I mean, give them some airdrops. I don't know. This is so cool, man. I'm just sitting there taking it all in.
Cheers, Coop. Appreciate that. Very cool.
Another #1 finish. Just saying.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. You know what I love, by the way, too, the attention to detail. If you're doing it on an iPhone, the little vibrations that happened when you win,
the haptic feedback.
Yeah, the haptic feedback is epic. It's so cool. Heck yeah.
Nice.
Heck yeah. So wait, so we've got a crew right now that's on here around the world. Uh-oh. Something dropped. Oh, your thing dropped. I was like, who did we lose when you disconnected? Let's continue. Wait, we didn't finish. Chris, you might be the only one who maybe didn't celebrate, but we're gonna bring it in with other holidays. Last week we did a kind of Thanksgiving-y episode, and we talked about. I spent like half the time talking about cornbread, and we all talked about what food we were like most excited for the holiday and stuff. Now that we're past the holiday, how was everybody's Thanksgiving, and any surprises, both food and otherwise, related to the holiday? What was the best part?
No drama.
No drama. That is a surprise. Did you have some good Thanksgiving food, Zuda?
Oh yes. Sadly though, the pie could have been exposed to shellfish and peanuts, so I didn't get to have it.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you knew that, right? At least you knew it and didn't find out by eating it, right?
Yeah, it was a really chill holiday, and it was a lot of fun, and the turkey wasn't dry.
Hey,
that's a feat in itself, right?
Well, that's what I was talking about last time. I told a story about how I had a professor from Amgen one time. Amgen is the pharmaceutical genetics company, whatever, and that he had led a team of researchers to try to genetically modify a chicken to make it bigger so that you could get more meat from the chicken. And basically, after, to make the long story short, they genetically modified a chicken to be a turkey, because it took longer to get big and it tasted exactly like turkey, and it was the size of a turkey. And basically, that was that. And so we're talking about it because I was like, I would I 100% of the time would rather have chicken than turkey, because turkey is just a more dry, not as good chicken, right? Like, at least to me. So there was this whole talk about, we went deep on food. Kevin, Does your family do anything, any special things aside from the traditional? And what was the best thing on the table?
Yeah. So we eat dog, just all kinds of dogs. We get our inspiration from
I'm waiting for you to make. I wanted to make a really dumb Trumpy kind of joke, but then I knew it would devolve into something.
He was talking about us.
He's talking about you.
Yeah, we're
you guys,
Haitian immigrants.
Aren't you aren't you a generation or two away from being immigrants? And as far as I know, you're not illegal.
No, yeah. So we have Persian food with America. So yeah, it's always a mix of Persian and American food. And my brother-in-law and his family came, so
you can't be vague. You can't be vague. I need a specific dish because I love Persian food. You need something. Tell me.
Fesenjun, which is it's like a pomegranate, kind of a stew with meat and nuts and that kind of thing. It's like a sweet and savory type dish. We had korma sabzi, which is a lot of people's favorite Persian stew. So that's, you take the stews. I say stew, but usually people think of like a soup with that. But like you put it over the rice,
like oven. Yeah, it's like it's always these types of things. Not always, but most of the time, these types of things. There's like a different variation in every country and from every culture. But it's like the type of thing you put in the oven in the morning or like the night before even, and it just like cooks for hours and hours, and gets all extra.
Yeah. And you usually can't get this stuff at like a Persian restaurant. I mean, you can, but it's not what they don't taste like that normally because like they take so long to make it, to do it. Like they're not going to do that in a restaurant. Plus you have to like mass produce for a lot of people. So it's always watered down. Like it's not, yeah. You want to go to somebody's home.
All right, first off,
yes.
Engine is not in Thousand Oaks; it's in Westlake, and Thousand Oaks is not.
If you're gonna say it's not Thousand Oaks, you got to say it's in Newbury Park.
Okay, Newbury Park. There is a location in Westlake too.
Probably. They're everywhere. If you say that though, they're in Florida, they're in San Diego. They're everywhere.
Okay.
But this was from a long time ago. I don't think they're still making chickens into turkeys. I think that was a failed experiment.
I saw a comment. I'm like, Thousand Oaks is not a vanilla town. That place is.
I went to TOHS, and Newbury Park is a part of TO, and so is Westlake. So half of Westlake at least. So
okay, it all depends what you consider Thousand Oaks.
TO. I'm TO Maxi. I'm trying to come up with something. I went to Thousand Oaks High School, so you can't talk too much trash about TO, unless I'm doing it right. I'm allowed to do it. You guys can't.
I spend so much time up there, I might as well live there. I saw some amazing graffiti when you got off the highway and you're going towards Hillcrest Center of the Arts. Yeah. There's this drainage ditch, and someone painted the whole thing with the words "mourn," like 20 feet tall. Each word.
What word was it?
Mourn.
Mourn. Like
MOURN. Mourn.
I like that.
Really impressive.
Yeah.
Wonder what they're mourning.
Well, yeah, I don't know. You know what? It's like remember, I think I said this once. Like I once saw an interview of some songwriter dude, and they were like, "Hey, what the song is so meaningful to me, blah blah blah. Like, what was going through your head? What does it mean to you?" And the guy's like, "It's a song. It's art. Like, if it means something to you, I might ruin it by telling you what it means to me. So like, everyone just do it." So like, I don't know what they're mourning, but just mourn, bro.
We're gonna know we hit mainstream when people start tagging their latest meme coin.
You don't do that?
No, I know.
Oh, dude, you should always have one of those triple thick fat Sharpies in your back pocket. And you should be writing that shit.
I don't know. Yeah.
Actually, I literally used to have those Sharpies. Like I'd have my the lunch pocket on backpacks. I had like probably 20 Sharpies in there at all times when I was a teenager. And it was I didn't even do that much of like, I just Sharpies were very important. Like I'd write on all sorts of shit. I'd write on the headrest of my friends' cars. Like I'd, like everywhere, like mostly on my body, like my hands would just be covered in stupid drawings and stuff with Sharpie. Did you ever have a phase where you would like, vandalize shit?
No.
So I know an artist.
Did y'all ever go tagging?
My
cousin
tagging with some actual graffiti artists.
I did a little with my cousin. My cousin was like,
have either y'all ever physically? I never went.
I know an artist who's brilliant.
You got graffiti on your shirt. Your OG Coupe de Ville drawing. I think Coop might be. He's disgusted by my basic tagging. He's a professional. But Zuda, what were you saying? Oh, there you. I think you might be back, Coop. But what were you saying, Zuda?
I know an artist who's brilliant.
I can't hear y'all. That's what's wrong.
He finds buildings that are about to be demolished in like 2 or 3 days. And then he goes and does art on the buildings, and no one cares because it's going to be torn down in 2 days.
Nice.
You know what? I'm like, I'm one of those people where I become a hypocrite sometimes, but I'm a huge fan of people doing graffiti when I think it looks cool. But it really bugs me when it's like really crappy quality and it's just like for the sake of vandalism. Like, I'm a little hypocritical about it.
I went to school with a guy named Ricky Watt. And he was a graffiti artist, really well known though, has done stuff for like Google's campuses. It does some really tripped out stuff. But anyways, he painted a mural on a 3-story parking garage up in Roseville. And he's a friend of mine. So when he was painting it, I went up there and I said, dude, we could put this in the metaverse. Right. And I got him to mint me an NFT of the piece that he put on this 3-story parking garage.
Can you share it? Can you share it on the screen or send it to me and I'll put it on the screen?
I might be able to. I don't know if they want to share the wallet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If it's in the wrong wallet.
Here's the thing. It's in crypto voxels.
Yeah. So go on Crypto Voxels and share that screen with us.
I will. Hold on. Crypto. Let me go. I'll go find it and then I'll share it. But the story is I'm like, dude, let's make an NFT. He minted an NFT of it. I bought the NFT. I have it in the metaverse. And on one side of the building is the NFT. The other side is the actual photograph I took of the building and put it on the same building. And it's permanently up there. And I put a gallery in there and it has a few of his NFTs in there. But he's a really well-known graffiti artist. And I just thought this would be cool. So, yeah.
That's cool. So one day when NFTs are totally fully mainstream, he'll be able to say that you got the first one you ever did and convince him.
No, he did another NFT before that. He did a couple other NFTs. One sold for like 1/8.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah. But it's like unknown. Like there's so many awesome artists out there that are just unknown. They're like killer artists in real life. Then they came to the Web3 space and nobody got tracked.
It's not even that, because in real life, most artists are completely unknown. Like, I don't know. I grew up like going to punk shows and to see punk bands and stuff like that. And you'd show up at some random show in, Roseville, California, right? Like we go up north, we go into some place. It was some whatever crappy bar or place would allow us to have a show. And then you would see a band and you'd be like, holy shit, why isn't this like the biggest punk band in the world? These guys are so good. And you realize that the biggest bands in the world, or the bands that like you've heard of and things like that, weren't just good. They had at least one member of the team that was like killer at marketing, or like was just actually driven to like put up the flyers and do the stuff. Because you meet these awesome bands or these awesome artists and they're like hiding in a corner somewhere just making art, and none of them care enough or give a shit enough to like, oh, you know what? I should print some flyers, or I should go on the internet and take pictures of my stuff and share it with the world. And, like they're not nerds like us. They're literally just artists that do their art. And you find out like with
they're not like us.
All right. I'm dropping in the chat. That is the link to it.
Hold on, I'll try to bring it up on screen.
It's the main net art gallery.
I can't like highlight it in here. Can you text it? Put it in the private chat here, because I'm gonna I'll put it back on the screen, but put it in the private chat so I can bring it up on a tab, and then I'll try to share my screen.
Private chat.
I haven't been on Voxels in a while. Do I have to download anything special to go on it?
I think you just open it up in your web browser.
Yeah. So I thought.
How do I?
I haven't been on Voxels in a long time.
Me either.
A long time. Like Dave, I remember we used to go in there all the time. I haven't been in Voxels in.
I still have on my properties. I'm
Zuda down below, or if you tell me what you want your description to be, but Zuda down below, do you see your little face below the screen? Click on the little 3 dots on the upper right of it, and it should be edit name and headline.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Can you copy and paste that into the private chat on StreamYard here? There you go. All right, I'll try to open it. All right, I don't have to connect a wall.
I'm actually going to go there right now.
Okay, here I can share my screen. Or you're already there? Okay, share your screen.
On my other computer.
Oh, okay, never mind. Here, I'll present it on here because I'm already on it here in another tab. But you might have to guide me through where to go. So click play.
Well, I have the NFT up on the wall. So if you just go to the left.
Well, I'm waiting for it to load, I guess, now.
Yeah, this will load. Yeah, so that's his art right there, Ricky Watts.
All these?
Yeah, these really interesting designs. The one up on the top was actually one that sold for like 1 ETH or over 1 ETH. And then the one I bought, is it not loading for you?
Am I waiting for something here? I'm confused. Oh, it was loaded. I just didn't click on the screen.
And then that one on the left, if you go to the left, that right there that's the one that's on the side of the buildings. If you go on the outside of the buildings, you'll see that on the entire building.
This thing?
Hey, wait, is that my head? That's my head right there.
That's on.
By the way, if you're in here, you can also go put a mask on.
That was my hand on the wall.
There's
your hand
on the wall. You can put on masks.
Hey, Dave, that's my head.
Oh, is it one of those mine?
That's my head on the wall right there.
How do I unclick this? Like escape?
That's my head.
Can I click on your head? How do I click on it and equip it? Can I?
Yeah, you click on it and wear it. You can wear these.
The black one in the corner, that's my head.
I'm trying.
Yeah,
it's not letting me equip Coop's head. Oh shit!
What did you do, man?
I did. I swiped and then it.
You're not
circle on the head, not the mouse.
That's what I was trying to do. Oh,
you,
the circle.
You can't see the one I'm wearing though, huh? I'm wearing one right now. You can't see it.
Aha! Try it on. Wait, how do I?
I think you already tried it.
So now if I click the X, it'll be on?
Maybe.
It's not letting me click the X. Man, this is wonky.
Click off. Click off. Yeah, you're wearing it.
All right. Let me get that Bitcoin.
I can't see it on you, though. Only you can see it. That's a bummer.
Okay. Oh, wait. Well, how come the Bitcoin necklace didn't come on? Oh, I did click on try it on.
Okay.
All right. You guys see that? How do I turn myself around now?
It's really cool. I have a thing from Rare Skrilla, y'all, that I wear in the game.
So if you go outside the building, your head will disappear. But if you go outside, you'll see it over here. You'll see.
Where am I?
I don't know. You're walking away.
My name is DJ Savage.
Where are you going?
I thought I was. Oh, there it is. I walked the wrong direction. Sorry, I'm a little disoriented.
This is the original picture. This is the original picture that I took off the building.
That's crazy. So that's on a 5-story building in real life?
3-story parking garage.
That's rad. I got to go see that in real life.
Yeah. And then the NFT is on the other side of the building. Where'd it go?
Oh, there we go. Shift.
And there's the NFT on this side. So I
Your
put on
picture is a little more vibrant.
What?
Your picture is a little brighter and more vibrant.
Possibly.
Maybe there's just a shadow of another
building. Shading, yeah, something's up with the shading right now on Voxels. I'm not sure what's going on. Hey, by the way, we also have a DGB headquarters that anybody can check out.
How do I get there?
How do we get there?
Can I run there from here?
Yeah, well, you type, you can go search it up. You go DGB, and if you click on DGB in the search bar, Crypto Voxels, you'll find DGB Studio. The property address is 1476.
Where do I search?
But I will drop it right here in the chat.
I'm closing
so
this.
Way we can
this is too wonky, and I hear the music from it in my ear, in my headphones, and I can't hear you guys so well, and I'm like losing my mind in there.
So I just dropped it in the link. So if you haven't been to the DGB,
DGB headquarters, we got all the logos of the companies, and it's pretty rad. Rankin set it up. Maybe next week we go full metaverse episode. Like we did that once. Remember we did the Dogami experience in the sandbox one week. We just literally played with it for like an hour and a half straight. With like we barely talked. We were just like, oh my god, this is so rad. That was really fun.
Next week
it was pretty difficult, that one, by the way.
It was, well, I didn't even get through the quests and stuff. Like it was hard to
do,
but also not completely. We were playing for like an hour, so I didn't get the full. And in that hour, we were also learning how to navigate it and deal with it because we hadn't played a lot of that. But in the sandbox, what I remember was swimming was really radical too, like your character. And I was my ape. I was Punk Ape Strong in the sandbox, like the full avatar. It was so sick. And then running around the Dogami whole experience and stuff was really fun. Check it out. You guys can copy and paste it if you go to the YouTube stream too. It's easier. So hey, I need to remind people, if you're watching now, because we have a lot more people watching than before. Reaper, friend of the show, did raising money for charity Legless Leo drop. Go follow them on Twitter, Legless Leo, and I'm going to give away to one of the commenters on today's episode. I'm going to give away at least a Legless Leo or two. So go check it out. But it's cool. It's raising money for charity. So yeah. Oh, here's funny. I'm looking at this. Reaper drew this for me. That's on Punk Ape Strong's guitar, Bored Ape Hardcore. I don't have any of the things loaded in here anymore, but anyway, Reaper is a killer artist. He was raising money for charity. It's the holidays. And so get one of those NFTs and then play lots and lots of Dogami with your kids, or on your own. You don't need to play with your kids because then you'll have to share.
Unless they have co-op mode.
Can you? Well,
you can actually. That's what I do. So you have a pet sitting feature. So what I do is that I pet sit my kids pet sit some of my Dogamis. So I installed the app on the iPad, and I sent some of my dogs for pet sitting on their game account. And so basically, they do the events. They earn me tokens. So yeah, child labor if you want, to some extent. They're my kids, so it's okay.
You know what? That actually is crazy, because if you're earning tokens and stuff by playing, you just like, I need to like go to my kid's school one day or something and be like, who wants a dog? And just get it on all those kids, get it on like, you know, your kid's whole soccer team's iPads, right? And let them babysit. Whoever plays the most, let them pet sit more of them, right? Like whichever parents, because like we're really strict about, you know, like screen time with the kids, like unless it's the weekends and certain occasions. But there's some kids that are like
daddy's app, you know.
Well, they're texting. Yeah, that's right. Unlimited Dogami time, but nothing else. And then
you can't play Mario Party.
You can have your kids, iPad. Yeah, you can get your kids. You can have your kids' whole set of friends, their whole school earning you tokens. This is a whole new scam, guys. We need to work on this.
We didn't say anything though, right?
And I mean, there's only a few hundred people watching this late in the show, so what the heck, you know? don't tell anyone, guys. That's really funny, dude. You get all the kids playing the game, and it's like you're doing them a favor. I'll let you dogs sit my dogs as long as you want, you know.
Okay, but does the dog sitter get any points?
The dog sitter does get points, so you can choose how many points you want to get. So when you put you can either put them up for pet sitting on the website. I think there's none available at the moment. They're all being pet sat, or you can send one directly to an account. But when you put them up for pet sitting, you choose how much you want to be able to give away. So you can choose, I'm going to give away 90% of the rewards, or I'm only going to give away 10% of the rewards. So if you've got a very powerful Dogami that usually does really well, people are willing to accept less rewards because they're going to be rewarded more often or with more tokens for the effort.
Do they rank your dog up and make it better too the more they play?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I could put it up, say I'll give 90% of the rewards to the people, put my dogs up there if I'm not going to play them anyway, and then people can rank up my pets, and then they just come back to my app after the period of time.
Yeah, exactly. You can call them back whenever you want. But I'm going to try and not show any names here, but it's pretty cool. And this is the kind of thing that's really gratifying, actually. I have a friend of mine that joined Dogami, and he was playing, and he put a few of his dogs to pet sit. And he got basically one of his pet sitters write to him on Twitter, and trying not to share the names, but it goes like, "Hey, you, how are you? I'm taking care of your beautiful Andrea. I just wanted to show you the progress," and kind of screenshot the leveled up and things like that. He's like, "I'm so proud of this Dogami. It's amazing. I'm earning so much at the moment through this Patsy thing." And he wrote to me in French, like, "This makes me happy. It's such a cool community." And you get a message like this in the middle of the day when you're trying to work hard, and you see that the community is playing with one another and they're talking to one another, and they're like, "By the way, cool. I love pet sitting this Dogami. It's so much fun." You're like, okay, something's going on, and it's cool, and you can feel the vibe on the Discord. And some of these are now friends, and I've never met them before, but you go and chill and you discuss, and I kind of know what's going on in their lives now, so I'm kind of what's up, what's new, and I don't know, it's just a cool vibe, of like-minded individuals. So it's
I mean,
nice.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the internet, and making the world a smaller place in general. But then you put it on top of that, you put it into the Web3 community, into the specific game community. It just makes it even more and more fun, right? Like, in what world? Think about this. Like, none of us are in like the youngest crowd of like people, right? We're not all like 19-year-olds, right? But think about just like when we first started using the internet. Like, I'm talking about now, it's like over 20 years ago. Could you imagine? Maybe we'd imagine it, but we wouldn't think it's actually doable in a cool way. Could you imagine that we'd be on a call right now, right? I'm in Southern California, so is Zuda. David Rankin's in Northern California, which if we were in Europe, it would be like 4 countries away, right? Coop's on the other side of America. Chris, you're in France right now. We're on a Zoom call together. We all know each other. And, most of us had never even met each other in person, but we all know who each other are. We hung out a bunch of times. Not just I don't even think of it that different than hanging out. Like, I've hung out with Coop a bunch of times. I'm trying to even remember. Have we ever met in real life, Coop? I don't know if we have.
I was supposed to come.
That's crazy.
I was supposed to come to Cali that one time.
I know, and I skipped the DC blockchain summit the one year I was gonna go, and I think we were gonna see you there. And like, I've been friends with you for years. Like, that's crazy, right? Like, imagine if we told ourselves 20 years ago, like, hey, we're gonna have friends on the internet that we're like friends with, that we hang out all the time, but not meet in real life. And we'll be on a stream thing with hundreds of people watching. We're just hanging out, and it's like real time. There's sometimes a little delay, right? Like a 4-second delay at most. That's insane. Like, and we're playing games with each other. Like, Zuda, you predicted it, I'm sure. But I'm saying, like, not just predicting it, right? But like, I used to do Skype calls. I know, yeah, but a Skype call with my grandma in Israel, that was cool, but it was like pixelated, the quality. Now 5 people, 10 people on a call, 20 people on a call. That's different.
I actually wanted to talk about something Steven Spielberg sponsored way before Skype existed. Is that okay?
Yeah, and then I'm going to tell you a Steven Spielberg story that just to talk about the speed of the internet, and then we're going to wrap it up because we're running on time.
So it was around the year 2000. I had to have my appendix out, and I couldn't. I was locked in that room, whatever you call it, hospital room, and they came in with this device, and you could chat with anyone in the hospital via what we would call FaceTime now. Live stream through the entire thing through a local area network and see them and chat with them. And Steven Spielberg sponsored the thing.
That's cool. So a LAN party within the hospital so that you can hang out with people. And that's awesome.
Yeah.
Was that at like a children's hospital, like in LA?
That was at Santa Barbara's hospital, the
That's
Santa Barbara
cool.
Hospital.
That's really rad. That's super cool, right? Now the crazy thing is you could do a version of that that's not just a LAN thing. Like you could do a version of that with like, if you were in a hospital here, you know, talk to a kid in France or you know, whatever. It's such a crazy and cool world that we're in. So here's the one of the examples I always use for the speed of internet adoption and how crazy it is, right? Like we're in the first generation of people that were using the internet for like e-commerce and stuff like that. And I remember buying something on eBay before PayPal existed and having to go to the post office to get a money order printed, like so that I could send money. And I that was my first internet scam I lost money on. I don't think the guy meant to scam me, but I think he realized shipping the parts for the car that I bought on eBay was going to be more expensive than what I bought it for. And the guy ghosted me and took my $60 for my parts for my Fairlane. But anyway, that happened in my lifetime, right? Then PayPal comes. Then all of a sudden people are laughing. We're never going to buy anything on the internet, to Amazon happening. And I'm never going to put my credit card on the internet, to everything else happening. Cut to about 2008, 9, 10 or so, somewhere around there. So not that long ago, 15 years ago, I was working at a company. It was owned by IMDb, the Internet Movie Database, where you submitted your film to film festivals, right? And all of a sudden, Sundance decided to switch and not allow you to send DVDs or real, actual physical movies to apply to the festival anymore. They made it so you had to submit it digitally. And people were pissed. People were angry. They're like, you're going to make people watch our film, this piece of art. I'm a cinematographer. I don't know why I couldn't say that for a second. I'm a cinematographer. This is a piece of art. People are going to watch pixelated, crappy versions on their laptops. They're not going to have I'm a composer. The music I made for this film is going to come out of laptop speakers and shitty speakers. Nobody watches whole movies on the internet. The internet was only for movie trailers and shitty YouTube videos and stuff at that point. So everyone was pissed off, right? Netflix, you still got DVDs in the mail back then, right? Like, so everyone was angry. And what's crazy is that some people, right, tried to like, oh, like, well, I'm Steven Spielberg. I don't remember this ever happening, like them trying to pull up a game, but people didn't have fast enough internet connections to upload a multi-gigabyte file to the internet in a reasonable amount of time yet. So the dude from Steven Spielberg's office brought his computer, you know, the big old box, the tower. He brought it to our office so that he could connect to our internet connection to upload the film to Sundance, because it was like the last day to submit and his internet wasn't fast enough. Like that was just in 2010, 2009, sometime around there. That's less than 15 years ago. And we went from that, people angry, to pretty much every piece of content we watch coming over the internet now. Do any of you have actual cable?
There are, but I don't use them.
Exactly. Like I actually have a subscription to DirecTV, but I don't use it over a cable. I have a digital subscription, so I just stream the football games and stuff like that, right? Like that's it. So think about that.
Like streaming triple A games as well nowadays with Steam and all these things.
Yeah, you buy a Wii. Do you buy physical cartridges anymore? You just get everything over the air, right? And that's the thing, though. We went from books on the internet. Fine, I guess maybe books, but you're never gonna get your laundry detergent over the internet, right? Like all these things happen, and each cycle happens faster. So now I'm gonna go back to this really quick before we do it.
And then you realize you can get cut off from it.
And now no one starts an internet company anymore. But every company is an internet company now.
But there's a problem with this though.
So this is what the reason I'm saying this is blockchain. Who starts blockchain companies, right? Are you going to start a blockchain company? Dogami, are you a blockchain company? No.
No, we're an entertainment company.
Modern entertainment company. And you're doing that before anyone else. a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, nobody's even going to use Web3 as a term. Nobody's going to use blockchain as a term in terms of marketing their company. They're just going to be like, yeah, I started a mortgage company. What kind of stupid mortgage company wouldn't digitize their mortgages? Every single one that exists today. But 5 years from now, none will exist that way, right? That's where we're at in this cycle, right? We're early. I'm getting pumped now.
Called it.
I'm glad it took 8 minutes past the time we were supposed to end the stream for me to get it to, the blockchain topic.
2029, you're going to tweet called it on the mortgage.
I'm gonna tweet called it about 18,000 times between now and 2029 because that's my thing.
You should schedule it out for that exact one.
Give me the date. I'll try to figure out if I could schedule it that far in advance. That would be really funny. And then I'll put the Zuda told me to say I called it. That would be really awesome.
December 3rd, 2029.
December 3rd. I'm putting that on the calendar. Let's schedule a hangout session, a live stream on December 3rd, 2029, and we're gonna talk about all the things we got right.
Okay, sounds fun.
None of the things we got wrong. We're pretend like that didn't exist. We're just gonna say called it. See, I was right about that. December 3rd, 2029. Zuda Day USA. That's what I'm literally writing on my notepad right here. Zuda Day USA. I can't even see it. Dude, Zuda Day USA. Boom.
Awesome.
It's on the stream.
Gentlemen, okay. I'm gonna have to jump out. So sorry.
One last. Tell everybody where to go. What the website, everything, really quick.
Dogami.com. You will find all the information about us there. If you want to just jump in and play the free-to-play loop, you can do that on the Apple Store and Google Play Store. We're called Dogami Academy. You've got 15 breeds to choose from. You can choose your fur. You can choose a lot of things so that you can really customize your experience. Come in, join the community, and have fun. That's all I can say.
Heck yeah. Thank you, Chris, for joining last minute. I know it's late at night for you too, so thank you so much. Tell the
My
family we appreciate them.
Awesome. Sounds great.
Thank you. Have a good night.
David, Coop, Elon. Take care, everybody.
Yes. Thanks guys. All right. Anybody? Coop, did you get your chicken and rice? I mean, not chicken and rice, your rice and gravy. Did I send you the video of my brother making gravy? I took a video of it just for you. I got excited when he was making gravy.
No, I didn't.
Oh shit! I gotta send it to you.
Damn, I didn't get the.
I'll send it. I'll send it. I was making jokes with the people.
I didn't get the roast beef either.
Oh dang! So you're gonna have to figure out a redo. My kids and I made a list for my wife of different things on Thanksgiving that she's going to need to make us again because we loved it. Was awesome. There's all the good stuff, but there's things my wife makes that she didn't make this year because we went to my brother's house. So we're like, we have to do it again because we need your stuffing. We need this, so I might share more pictures of food, but I got lots of pictures of cornbread I took just for you guys. See, I got my cornbread. I hope you guys did too.
Is that for the NFT?
Here's my brother making the gravy live with the drippings, like the real gravy. Nice. Legit. He's wearing an apron and everything. Oh, and then my dad explaining something to people and yelling at them, and it was awesome. So I got the video. I hope everybody had some version of that. So you didn't get the roast beef, but you got the rice and gravy?
Nah, I didn't get the rice and gravy, man. I had KFC, man.
Oh man. Oh, okay. Well, you gotta do it. You gotta do it.
Hey, Coop. Oh, sorry.
I'm
just interested in what the Ville Crypto Solutions is about.
Yeah, give everyone an update before we head out.
I'm just into Web3. I'm a consultant, so I have a group where I help keep people up to date on how to do Web3 stuff. They reach out to me. I coach people. I'm also a Web3 artist, so I'm dropping a music NFT album soon. And I've been in the music industry for the last 30 years, and I'm just a hip hop artist here in the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And people know me, and I'm just a father. and I make a lot of music. I'm working on with a lot of Web3 artists on some stuff. So a lot of music out, more music coming soon.
You look like you're in your 20s.
In my mid 40s, y'all.
Hey, we all are extra. I think we're all in our 40s, right? I think Zuda, you're my same age, right? Or no, you're a couple years younger. 38. Oh, yeah, you're the baby of the bunch. So getting close. Well, actually, wait on the Zuda. Oh no, that's 2029. You're gonna be in your mid 40s by that point. I was gonna say, is that gonna be your? I never know what year it is. Okay, never mind. I had an idea, but that idea is not happening.
Years are overrated, bro.
That's right. Time is an illusion anyway, right? Because time. We should have an episode about time. Just talk about time. It'll break all of our brains because the more I think about it, the more crazy it is. But now time is supposed to be. Is time a cycle? Wait, no. Is time a circle or is time a dimension? And everything that's ever happened and ever will happen has already happened. We're just traveling through. And is it a single, like a 3-dimensional thing? Is it a line? Is it a circle? And if everything that's already happened has happened, right? And everything that didn't happen.
It's a matrix, bro.
Exactly. Right? Like everyone that's already forgot you existed, right?
So, Elon.
So did you ever exist?
I don't know if I exist, but I have something I want to say. So, with the time as a dimension, in 2009, I was reading 2 theoretical physics books at the same time. So I went to a book signing by Professor Michio Kaku, presented a theory I created to him, and he did the math and said theoretically I was right. So what you know about the Calabi-Yau manifolds in the 5th dimension and their small vibrational strings? Well, the small vibrational strings from the Calabi-Yau manifold, I theorized, would impact our 4 dimensions and change reality because of the vibrations. And Michio Kaku went over the math, and I was like, "Yeah, you're right."
I'm gonna need to rewatch what you just said and think about it a little more.
Hey, there's ChatGPT for that too.
Yeah, ChatGPT will help me. I'll put this the transcript. Shit, there was something I was gonna. So Coop, wait, you told us about Coop DeVille Solutions and that you do the consulting. Tell everyone where to follow. Oh wait, you have it. You put it. Dude, you're smart. You put it right up front on the thing. So at Coop DeVille 2000 on Twitter and everywhere, and find Ryan Cooper on LinkedIn too if you want to reach out to him. There was one more thing I was gonna hit before we ended, and because we gotta end the stream. Rankin, what did I forget? There was something I was gonna hit. You're reading my mind. I can tell.
DGB, where to go find us?
DGB.vc. Just sign up for the newsletter if you want more hot time.
And you're gonna give the dog army away to someone.
Well, now he's picking the dog. How are you picking it?
I was gonna do like a random number generator and just whatever number out of 42. I have 42 of them.
So out of the participants who chatted in the chat?
Yeah, there was if we go to the comments here, I can see Emilio, Michaela, Gary McMahon, Coop before you came on. I gotta pick one of those at random too. So
do you have a way to contact them?
I know the Emilio for sure. Michaela, you're on Twitter, so make sure we can reach you. Gary McMahon, you are the only one that's on YouTube. If you're watching, connect on Twitter and DM me so that I know how to get a hold of you, so you can send me a wallet address. We'll do it. I'll do it later today. So you know what? Anyone who watches this not live, you can still comment somewhere. I'll look at Twitter. There were a couple comments on Twitter that don't show up on here. I'll check there too, and comment on the Twitter thread of the thing and share it. And I'll I'll give you some love. Maybe I'll just send each of those people one, because there's those people that I just mentioned. There's only like 5 of them. You should get one. I got 42 of those dogs.
Are they still watching though? Are they still watching?
I don't know. It says I can see as the admin that there's hundreds of people still watching this game.
I see that. I see that.
Why? I don't know why, but I appreciate you. This hot time machine talk is where it's all at. Oh, here's a really cool thing. And then, I do remember what I was going to do. So really fast.
Watching. Okay.
Really fast. The shortest Isaac Asimov short story there ever has been was a challenge that there was a challenge by one of these sci-fi short story magazines to do to write a whole sci-fi short story, and it has to fit on a postcard. And Isaac Asimov submitted one. Oh, Michaela's still on.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Thank you so much for listening. So the shortest, and I don't remember what it's called now, so I feel like an ass, but look it up, postcard story, Isaac Asimov. The whole point of the story was that there was this guy that was super unhappy his whole life. He was working a job he hated. He was like a clerk or something, right? Like some kind of old-timey bad job, right? He's like, I work at a desk. I'm a clerk somewhere, and I don't like it. And he always, his whole life, remembered back to the time when he was younger, when he was supposed to take a certain test, and that would determine what classes he took and where he would end up, right? And he didn't study for the test, screwed up the test, and ended up as a clerk. And his whole life, he remembered that moment. That moment, he didn't study for the test, didn't do the right thing, and failed. So he got in a time machine, went back in time, found himself the day before the test, said, study. This is going to change your life if you don't study properly. So he studied, he aced the test, went into the future, went back to his time. Nothing changed. End of story. And that I just love this idea. But it's not just like a story, like the way he wrote it, the thing was that he spent his whole life agonizing over that moment where he fucked up. And even changing that,
he created a parallel universe at that point. In other words, you can't change
even exactly. But even then, to spend your whole life agonizing about one moment where you fucked up is not good. And that one moment, it doesn't define your life, right? That was like he found a way to, on the back of a postcard, write like a very meaningful story, right? And that's pretty rad.
That might be the story About Nothing from 1975.
About Nothing? I don't think that's the one.
The short story is called About Nothing? No?
Oh, look up Asimov.
Short story?
Short story. No, he has a million short stories. So you have to find the one that was done on a postcard. What was Asimov's? Oh, maybe it is About Nothing. There was another one. Maybe it was About Nothing. We'll see. I'll look it up. Maybe I'll share it next time. Here's an idea. Coop, Zuda, Rankin. We always talk about making art together, but never do it. What do you guys think of?
I made art with Coop. I don't actually know about, man.
That's true.
Yeah. We did a 48 Yacht Club collab with my beats. Yeah, we did one.
All right. So I want to do one. All 4 of us, one thing, and I think that one of us should send something to the next person. The next person should like layer on top of it, do it. So if Coop sends music, you just add to the music or create the visual part. Then the next person takes it. We should all do it on a 4-person thing. Just layer, boom. There it is, right? Then we can do it asynchronously. Then we don't have to coordinate and whatever. So I think that should be a thing. Let's think about it for 10 seconds. And then I really do have to sign off. Zuda, what's your Twitter account again? Is
Zuda's World.
Zuda's World. Zuda's World. Follow Zuda on Twitter. Follow me. Follow Rankin at Coop DeVille for 2000 for Coop. Guys,
and it's Tezos Tuesday, so if you're on Tezos, and you have art, I'm gonna have a shill tweet, so don't miss out.
Tezos Taco Tuesday.
Yes, Tezos Taco Tuesday.
Tacos sound good right now.
They always sound good. And make sure to get the correct hot sauce. I will judge you if you get the incorrect hot sauce.
I don't do hot sauce.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. It's better than using the incorrect hot sauce.
Okay.
I get very passionate about certain important things that aren't actually important.
I have one of those hot sauces. There's like a couple thousand it's super hot, and I can't eat it because I'm deadly allergic to it. So if you want it, you can have it.
No, it's not about punishing yourself with hot sauce. It's about making the food better.
Okay. No, but you call it punishment. I call it fun.
Well, it's fun to watch other people punish themselves with hot sauce, but it hurts, man.
It's not punishment. It's about like, oh yeah.
Well, show me with one you're not deathly allergic to, and I'd like to see you be that happy.
Okay, I can eat wasabi like ice cream.
I'm not a fan of wasabi. I feel like it has this aftertaste that's not right. I like when I go to sushi places, I ask them to get me the sriracha, and I'm all about that. Sriracha with some soy, put it in your soy sauce and make it spicy. That I love. But wasabi too much, a little goes a long way. I don't like the aftertaste. Something about the taste. I'm weird. We're gonna have some more hot food talk next week, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on last minute and for making it fun. I think we might have some agendas for the next few weeks in terms of what we'll talk about. But you guys
we have a guest next week. We have a guest next week.
Who's the guest?
I gotta pull up our stuff. It's Chris from Coinstructive.
Oh, sweet. Heck yeah. All right. It'll be interesting. We're going to have a guest next week. So join us and we'll share some more. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. See you all soon.
Bye.
All right, bro. Peace, man. Peace.